What's the word, peoples? It's your boy John back at you with another reaction video. This is 10 fake masters officially get destroyed by real fighters. Fake MMA, fake fighters. Alright, look. A lot of people, they be saying, yeah, I'm going to karate class and I'm black belt and this and that and other. And until they meet somebody that's really, really about that life, get the brakes beat off of them. Easy. Seen it before plenty of times, man. Hey, it happens. But let's go ahead and get straight into this video. Like, comment, subscribe. Let's go.
Do you see a lot of martial arts movies where they throw a person away with just a slight touch and sometimes without even touching? But all of this craziness is done in movies only. Some maniacs bring it to the next level, meaning they do it in the real world and have real-time students. But since they don't have real skills, so they just fake it. So let's start the list of fakers. Number 10, getting destroyed by a student. All of the above fakers were destroyed by real fighters, whether they were MMA or boxers, but this legendary master was knocked out by just a student. The match was in this large hall where this Baiji Kwan master challenged this MMA student to show off he's great. As the match started, the MMA student threw a series of punches at the faker, but the faker's mind was occupied by something else. He was busy making himself look awesome and fashioned like in the movies. The master didn't even try to block all the incoming strikes. He never thought what his students will think about him after getting beat up like this.
Yeah, you just
I'm
lost
sure
all
his
your
career
students.
as a master ended by the end of this match. Number 9, the Punisher. When some fighters just fight to bring the victory home, some fighters do it to teach a lesson. Let's take this clip as an example. Just not to get confused, the guy in white is the jiu-jitsu practitioner, while the other is the trickster. The master had some kind of skills, but he was not good as the fighter, and the fighter was well aware of it. Despite the kicks and punches, the fighter easily takes him to the ground and starts punishing him. Then he grapples with him a little, while the master couldn't do anything but failed attempts to survive. But the fighter was just toying with him all the time. In this whole match, he had a lot of opportunities to knock out the master, but he was inspired by Marvel's Punisher and wanted to teach this man a real lesson that will haunt him throughout his life. Number 8, the Dumb Kung Fu Master. Here comes an amazing Kung Fu master who doesn't even know how to land a punch or counter it.
Damn.
As the match starts, they brawl while the fighter successfully lands 2 quick hooks and drops him to the ground. On the second try, the master gets up like nothing has happened and gets ready for the fight. But then again, he gets destroyed by the fighter with a quick hook. While in the third try, his reputation gets destroyed by the real fighter. They both try to kick each other, but fail. Still, the fighter throws 2 punches to his face and completely knocks him out. Hilarious. I hope that wouldn't have hurt that much. It's such a shame that these clowns are followed by their dumb students and become popular faces of social media. Number 7, the Aged Master. Today's kids might be intelligent, but these kids will always lack experience. Experience is something that can be achieved through practice and dedication. Here we have this aged Kung Fu master who looks a lot experienced, but what appears is not always the truth. Just look how he changes the stances like a pro fighter, but it is just appearance. At first, he tried to kick the MMA fighter, but fell in the ring.
Come on,
then he
man.
starts punching the fighter, but he successfully dodges all of the attacks. Then, the fighter kicks in and throws a few punches here and there, but the master dodges some of them successfully. In the showdown, the fighter strikes a few punches hard and completely knocks out the master. Number 6, the Tai Chi Master. To prove that this fake Tai Chi master is worth it, he challenged a Muay Thai practitioner who was well driven. The fighter first lands a kick, but the faker gets away with it. Then the fighter starts punching him. The most hilarious and dumb part of the fight is that all this time, the Tai Chi master was not trying to block the strikes, but was trying to catch the strikes out of thin air. But all this effort was not worth it. Soon, he was taken to the ground. In the second round, the fake master successfully dodges upcoming strikes because he won't move his hands from the head. But the fighter catches up to him and delivers an insane kick and knocks him on the ground. Number 5, the $5,000 challenge. Here we have an amazing fight between a legitimate fake master versus an MMA fighter. To show off to his students, he challenged the MMA fighter Tsuyoki Yakuza for $5,000. In the first round, the fighter just tries to dodge his attacks, but as soon as he realizes he's fake, he jumps on him. On the second try, he immediately delivers a series of punches and kicks to his face and knocks him on the ground. At the end of the match, he was not even embarrassed in front of his students, but also had to give the MMA fighter a large sum of money. Number 4, another cool trickster.
So he betted somebody, got his ass up, and still had to pay for it. Come on, man. It's only so long you could pretend.
Here we have another trickster trying to be awesome and cool in front of his students. He went to an MMA gym and challenged Morrison Butler, an MMA fighter. As the match started, the fighter delivered some low kicks, but just like the others, he was so spent on show-off than the fight. Soon they grapple, and the fighter lands him on the ground, delivering numerous punches to his face, teaching him a hard lesson. I don't know what was the master even thinking. He started the fight, he wanted to teach him a lesson, but he didn't even land a single hook. The background story behind this fight was that he was offended by this MMA fighter after his student lost the match thanks to his bad advice. Number 3, one of the best Wing Chun master. There are very few MMA fighters who are on the verge of exposing these fake masters. One of them is Xu Dong, who recently visited China to clear it from all the fakers. The match was between Xu Dong and a reputable Chinese Wing Chun master. The fake master was so furious in knocking him out, but all of the efforts were unsuccessful as the MMA fighter was holding back. On the first go, the master was furious to knock out the opponent, while on the second go, the fighter came into action and delivered numerous punches and kicks to his face. Soon, he was knocked out by the MMA fighter. Just look at the easy win of the fighter. It made me believe that most of the Wing Chun masters are legitimately fake, because this guy was one of the most famous Wing Chun masters. Number 2, another victory for Xu Dong. The next brawl is between Xu Dong and the 54-year-old master. He's excited to get his hands on the victory so that he can prove that he is a real master. At the start of the match, the fighter wasn't even defending himself, while the master saw a great opportunity to win over. There was a time in the match where Xu Dong even let him punch him in the face, but he soon got bored of the fight and knocked him out of the ring with just a single kick to his head. Xu is doing an amazing job in kicking these fakers who fool their students.
That's the same dude.
Number 1, clown master of all time. Now is the showtime for one of the most underrated macho clowns getting beat up by a real fighter.
He got his hand behind his
macho man is going to fight against this feverish boxer, but the boxer will only be using his right hand to do all the chores. The match starts with the counterpunching and blocking. At this point, both of them look furious and are ready to take each other. But Macho's breakneck is nothing compared to this legendary fighter. And finally, the match ends with a quick right hook to his jaw. I wonder how he was able to defend himself with a single hand. It takes effort and skills. What kind of competition is it anyway? The Macho Man with the full strength and no limits, while the boxer restricted to use his one hand? But this fight shows that no matter how much you fake it, you are never going to make it.
I swear.
Martial art is not something that can be faked. At some point in your life, you'll be forced to put your skills on the platter. This was all of the fake clowns who only teach to earn money and are never engaged in real fights.
Right.
Now don't forget to mention your thoughts about these fake macho men in the comments section down below. If you adored our video, press the like button and also subscribe to...
Yeah, man. Martial arts, I honestly think is for like shows, shows, movies, TV shows, even acting out video games. But in real life, man, don't try that. Please don't try that. And don't let them keep on giving you like this is a skill you need to learn to do this or defend yourself like that. I don't believe that. This is a prime example right here. Do not believe that. Because it's going to come to the time you're going to try that and it's going to backfire seriously on you. But hey, this was a good video, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. If you want me to react to anything, make sure you put a link in the comment section and I'll definitely get to y'all later, man. I'll holler at you.